How's it going, guys and girls? My name is Camel and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. In this video, I'm going to run you through the Hireling path you can take in the blacksmithing skill tree. I'm just using the blacksmithing Hireling as an example because it's the one I put most points into during the beta, but you can apply the outcomes of this video to the Hireling of any other profession. You know, you guys are smarter, you can go, okay, so we got this and this. For blacksmithing, that will correspond with this and this for, say, woodworking or clothing. So you can definitely apply the outcome of this video to any other profession that involves a Hireling. I think the only profession that doesn't involve a Hireling skill path is alchemy. I don't know why they haven't put that in, but it's not in there, so you alchemists don't have to worry about this. So I suppose first up you want to know what a Hireling does. Okay, a minor Hireling, well in this case it's a minor Hireling because I'm in the blacksmithing tree. A minor Hireling will send you ore and possibly other items every day. Alright, sounds alright. There were a lot of people that felt very strongly that this path was unnecessary and a waste of skill points. I can understand where they're coming from. I mean, on the face of it, if you read that, you think, why would I spend a skill point on that when I can just go out and get my own ore? That's a fair point, but it depends on what the ore is that you're getting back and also the other items that you're getting back. It all comes down to that. So once you actually put 2 or 3 points into this skill path here, it really does pay for itself. It's definitely worthwhile, and I think you guys will agree with me by the end of this video. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you want to put a point into the Hireling skill path. Now, as I said before, we're on the minor Hireling for the blacksmithing tree, so we'll put a point into that. Okay, now 24 hours later, this is what you get sent from your Hireling. This is what contains the items that is sent to you from the Hireling. So let's open that up. Okay, so we got 3 Dwarven Ore. Dwarven Ore and Dwarven Ingots. The 4th of 9 tiers in the blacksmithing base materials. So first tier is iron, second is steel, third is acrylicum, and fourth is Dwarven Ore. So this is an ore that would be primarily used for, say, level 30 to level 40. Here I'm level 14, so considering that level chasm, it's not useful to me yet, but the item that it is, and the levels that Dwarven Ore revolves around, that's a really good item to get. Natural farming, going out and finding these myself, will not be happening for a very long time, so taking that into consideration, that's a pretty good item. Now, put some more points into this tree, and a day later, here we go, another raw materials. Okay, so this is the second time round. Now keep in mind that I have now put a second point into the minor Hireling tree. What that does is just increases the chances of getting better ores and also getting other items, meaning it'll be things like styling ores that change the style in crafting, like Corundum, obsidian, star metal, all those things. Other things would be tempers, so honing stones, Dwarven Oil, grain solvent, and temper alloys. And this would also cover trait gems, the gems that you use to apply certain traits to items. So this loot pool should be a bit better than the first one. Get that in the old backpack and hit it up. Okay, yep. Wow, okay. So we got an emerald, calcinium ore, corundum, and a dwarven oil. Now an emerald will probably go for about 200 gold. Is a trait gem. I can't remember what trait that the emerald corresponds with, but it'd be worth about 200 gold if the beta economy was anything to go off. Okay, 3 calcinium ore. Now, if you thought the Dwarven Ore was a good pull in regards to the level gap between the item level and the character level, I'm level 17 here, and calcinium ore is used to make veteran level gear. Veteran levels, once you hit level 50, I think there's 9 veteran ranks, so it's basically like a leveling system after you reach max level. But calcinium, okay, so calcinium ore is the first veteran level ore, so extremely expensive and definitely worth that skill point in that skill tree there. Thirdly, we have corundum. Nothing too special, but hey, a bit of extra corundum never goes astray. Corundum is the styling ore that applies the Nordic style, or the Nord style, to crafted items. And lastly, we have Dwarven Oil. Man, Dwarven Oil was probably the most sought after crafting material. I tell you, I was selling Dwarven Oil for the same price that I was buying grain solvents and temper alloys for. Grain solvent is to go from superior to epic, and temper alloy is to go from epic to legendary, so much rarer items, but for some reason this Dwarven Oil was selling for the same price. So that is definitely worth it. So I can't say how much the calcinium ore would sell for, but just the Dwarven Oil and the Emerald, that's easily 1.2k gold. Just so you get an idea of the kind of loot you could pull there. Okay, so that's all well and jolly. Now next. Alright, so let's move on to the third one that I received. Still with 2 skill points put into the tree there. Alright, so we've got the mail there, take it out, head over to the old backpack. And freaking a balamo. Look at that. Okay, so we've got ebony ore. Definitely worth it. You can farm that in PvP areas. That's used to craft level 46 to level 50 items, I'm pretty sure. Definitely worth it. I can't say how much value that holds, the ebony ore, but it's a high-end level item. Bloodstone, another trait gem. That's probably worth about 200 gold. I was selling every single trait gem for 200 gold with no problems. Okay, in the middle there we have bone. That is the styling additive or styling ore, whatever you want to call it, that applies the wood elf or Bosma style to crafted items. Penultimately there we have the Dwarven Oil again. Bit of Dwarven Oil never goes astray. Who does not love the Dwemer? Probably one of the most interesting and loved races of the Elder Scrolls. So a bit of their oil. Who doesn't want a bit of their oil? And lastly there we have grain solvent. Okay, so if you've watched my video where I make the legendary item, this one right here is used in that video. This was the only one that I got by myself. I had to buy all the others, or I had them sent to me by extraordinarily charitable fans of this channel. Again, I'd like to thank you guys for sending me all that stuff. Grain solvent. In my experience of playing the Elder Scrolls Online, this is definitely the rarest temper for the blacksmithing improvement system. We have grain solvent, which takes things from superior to epic, and we have temper alloy, which takes things from epic to legendary. Now you would think that the temper alloy would be the rarest, going from epic to legendary. I found about 5 temper alloys, and then bought the rest. But this, man, the only one of these that I found was from this Hireling. For that reason, this Hireling is definitely worth it, because that shit is so hard to come across. And I think it released, the economy will balance out a bit more, and that they'll sell for more than Dwarven Oil and less for temper alloy. That's what I think will happen. If Dwarven Oil keeps its price, man, these things are definitely worth the point. Now, there was a 4th one that I received, but the footage was corrupt. Fantastic, I know. But what happened there was I received some more calcinium ore, and this will fucking blow you sideways, is I got 5 Dwarven Oil in the one blacksmithing chest. 5. Like I said before, I was selling those for a K each. 5 Dwarven Oil, that's 5,000 gold from one day from putting 2 points into this Hireling skill tree. So over that 4 days of receiving items from the Hireling there, the first day having 1 point put into the skill tree, and the last 3 with 2 points put into that skill tree, probably pulled in 9 to 10k worth of gold in items. Definitely worth it, and also it's not purely for selling these items, of course. If you want to use these and you can't get them, you will have to spend a lot of money to buy some of these items that you're getting from this Hireling. So it's definitely worth putting the points in and just getting them for yourself. And I mean, over time, if you play for a week and you have full points in this, you'll get, 14 deliveries. That will stack up. In my opinion, it's definitely worth putting the points into this. And of course, that relates to all of the other crafting skill trees that have Hirelings. Definitely worth it. Make sure to hit me up in the comments below and let me know your feelings on this whole Hireling thing. Let me know if you think it's worth it, if it's not, and let me know your arguments for both sides, because I'm curious to, if you've thought of something that I haven't. I would very much like to know. Also, after the game is released, I'm going to keep a log, almost like a diary kind of thing, of the stuff that I get back from my Hireling, just so you can get a more rounded perspective of the things you get, and not just like little bursts like you've seen here. So you can get a more solid foundation, so you can understand item frequencies, and how those extra points in the Hireling path really do affect the outcome of the items you receive. I'll try and do it for every Hireling in every profession, but I'll see how I go there with the skill points. Okay guys, that's going to be it for this blacksmithing Hireling video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've learnt something. Please leave a like if this video helps you out at all. Share this video amongst your guildmates and friends. Please leave a comment if you have any information to add that could help myself or any other players. If you have any questions or if you have any video requests. And if you did find this video helpful and you would like more videos like this one, please subscribe. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll hire you guys in the next video. See ya.